that. All right. So, again, for the record, I was going to do a Resistance Fall of Man op, but I got on the server and there wasn't even enough people to have a full squad, so I decided, we'll just come back and cover FNF instead. I don't mind small-scale ops, but if I get on and, everyone's already out and about doing something before the ops begun and there's, less than 8 people, if there's no structure to small-scale ops, I tend to not enjoy them, because at that point you're just kind of doing a lone wolf solo thing, and I'm not going to cover that on my platform. I'll play it by myself, don't get me wrong, but tonight it's time for work, so I'm doing all right, just talking about my day. How about you?
Good. I just started my stream, so let me hear about your day.
I was just talking about why I didn't cover the op I was supposed to go to. Pretty much it was, I jumped on, there was only like 5 other people, one of them being the Zeus, and then no one was at the spawn. They were already like, one of them was flying around in a Comanche helicopter by themselves, couldn't even locate on the map where the others went. They were just all like out and about, and like, I don't mind small scale stuff. I play small scale stuff every other Wednesday, and then I Zeus for that same small scale group on the other parts of the bi-weekly.
Right.
But if you don't organize yourself early on as the small scale group, then how are you gonna play together? It just becomes kind of an individual lone wolf thing. I don't really want to.
Trust me, I know.
I don't want to play or stream that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do a couple small group things on Saturdays with Whale and on Sundays with Sparky, and you really like it. The behavior of every individual matters so much more because there are so much fewer reviews. So in a situation like that, I understand.
Yeah. So we'll see how things go. Yeah, and it was a nice concept. I really was interested. Resistance Fall of Man. That's awesome.
About it is
and then I really like the Zeus too, but it's just there wasn't anyone on because they were either they were hosting something else as well during that event. So it's like, all right, well, there's your player base gone. It sucks, but I'd rather cover FNF then at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are asking me to take a time block where I have a dedication to people. I have over 100 people that like to watch it live. I have thousands of people that like to watch the YouTube stuff. And I'm not going to be selfish and do something solo by myself in a decent setting for that. If we had like multiple squads, then that would have been awesome, because that's, a one-off. Probably will never see something like that again. But, something like that, no offense, I could literally just Zeus it myself for myself at that point.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it. So, oh well. Otherwise, we do have FNF. I'm going to give the same disclaimer I gave out in EU. I don't know what factions we're going to see. We're going to probably see Op4 Russians at some point. It has nothing to do with any current events going on. These missions were vetted. Usually, if I remember correctly, for their mission vetting, they have to be vetted the Tuesday before the Friday. So that was even before the invasion even began. So if you happen to see Russians, there's nothing to do with any IRL stuff going on.
I didn't realize that's what you were going for. Yeah, no, absolutely.
FNF, the community, has openly stated that they're not going to change how they do things. It's just they don't tie anything to real world events anyway. People just submit missions based off of whatever they feel like submitting.
We play missions with factions from all over the world.
Yep.
It is a matter of curiosity and the fun factor. There's nothing political about any missions that I've ever seen in FNF. And I think I hear something already blowing up.
Yep, so looks like around Green 4's base they have some automated mortars landing, which is pretty cool to see. But otherwise, do you want to start with Blue 4 or Green 4 for this one?
Well, I usually like to start with the attacking side, so we'll start with Blue 4. Well, do you want to start with the background and I'll go over the kits?
Yeah, sure. All right, so background for this mission is a time of war. Having identified a vital strategic value of communist-held Fapovo in Latin American theater, the U.S. Navy, Blue 4, are launching an all-out invasion of the islands, starting with a heavy barrage from their fleet's artillery guns, which is that artillery you're here landing by the airface. The panicked Fapovan army in Green 4 must rally and defend their homeland from the invaders. drive them from the beaches and landing grounds, and send a stern message to the west that Fopovo will never fall. Notes: this is my final farewell to FNF's fantastic Latin American map rotation from Colombia to Lingor, Fopovo, and Puala. It's been a blast. From next week, we move on to Africa and Cold War along the vanilla FNF maps that you know and love.
Africa stuff. So like maybe.
So they've got what's it called? Sangola? No. Damn it.
Gunkisley?
No. I want to say Shango River, but I know that's wrong. It's we were just talking about this because they're having a rotation of the mod set starting next week. Southeast Angola, that's what I'm thinking. They got those maps in. They got a few others as well, but they're basically doing a massive rotation of the maps themselves. So all the old maps are getting kicked out, all the new ones coming in, and they're also adding 3 CB factions. So they're gonna have even more kits to pull from.
I am very excited for that.
But otherwise, let's go with Blue 4. So you said you wanted to do Kit Bash?
Yes, let's take a look at those kits. So they will be our usual NATO boys as always. Or not as always, but as usual, rather. Using Modern American Navy AOR camouflage, something you don't see too often, I don't think, in FNF. Using, we got Mark 18s, so 5.56, M249s and 5.56 as well, M240s in 7.62 NATO for the LMGs of these squads. Lad is going to get an M72 Law. Recon has the M2010 ESR and 338 Lapua Magnum in their livery and color of choice, whereas the 2 supporting gunners for the
sorry guys, I usually have a moderator make
EBR,
it,
or
so I've gotten so used to that.
And then crew, which do we have? Yeah, we have a little bird and some ribs and stuff. So the crew and aviation have the choice of an MP782 or a Mark 18, just like the regular infantry. As for those assets, we have 2 speedboat miniguns with a minigun on the aft of the boat and on the nose of the boat. It is been rescripted for a M134 minigun as well. Usually that's an AGS or an M2 HMG, but those are kind of pretty strong assets. And in a one life like this, sometimes it can be a little unfun to fight against those. So that has been rescripted into an M134 minigun. Still lethal by all means, but not quite as just carelessly lethal. But they also have some ribs, assault boats as well, and that AH-6M Little Bird with M134 minigun on the side of it as well.
3,000 rounds for it, because sometimes they cut the ammo. So.
That is a lot of them. And I think that is it.
A few things I want to point out in addition that aren't on the roster. You got to remember both sides also have a marksman per squad. For Blue 4, it's probably going to be a Mark 11 somewhere, and for Green 4, probably an SVD, but I will look at that on Green 4's sake right now. I'm just trying to look for a marksman right now.
That's like an SR-25 or something like that.
Yeah, Mark 11.
Some kind of 7.62 AR style platform.
20-round magazines and whatnot. But I will go ahead and go over Blue 4's roster real quick. So you got Despo ground commanding. I believe Despo also ground commanded in EU, but I don't remember if he won or lost. Tymek being the 2IC, Sushi being the platoon medic. Riley leading the X-Ray group with Snatch Goblin as the 2IC. G-Legs taking the sniper role. Jack and Shy taking the suppress shooter. Shy taking a SOCOM 16. And so is... Nope, Jack's taking the Mark 14 EBR. Honestly, between those 2 weapon platforms, there's not really much of a difference. Both are, battle rifles. Both can be suppressed. Both have 20 rounds of 7.62 by 54 NATO, I believe, or something along those lines. It's a bigger caliber, but they're pretty much the same in every right. So otherwise, we got Chadwick leading Alpha HQ for Alpha 1. Under him, he's got Waldo, Tactical Sheep, Seiko, Jack, Stek, Pro, Hamad, and Twins. Alpha 2, I don't see a team lead slot, so it usually falls to the AR, which would be Zeist with Dub, Baby Yaga, Rave Master, Baba Yaga, my bad. Rave Master, Jake, and... Nas, I get the reference now. And Booga under him as well.
You just made a lot of Slavic people really upset with that comment.
Anyway, Bravo HQ, we got Alpha in the squad leader slot, my bad, Curie, and Mountain looks like they're a dedicated vehicle crew group based off of the 2 right under Bravo HQ. Bravo 1 has Nemesis, Pert, and Lolo, Spiky, RP, Dobbs, and Iander together. Iander, of course, with AT, which is where we normally see him. And then Bayant is, yes, it would be a Carl Gustav. We'll go to Matt settings in a second. No team lead for Charlie 1. Actually, yep, he is all the way in the bottom. It's Pierce with Bayant, Chow, Maz, Dooley, Grav, and... I skipped one. I forgot. Otherwise, Charlie 2 being led by Ilbanek. He's got other members of 1RW, Azuki. He's got Koak, Wise, Green Shade, and Tanners together. Delta HQ just has Artisan Gary, Fred, Korvac, Space Cowboy Carl, and then Hotel 1's going to be Iceberg Flying with Blam as his 2IC, but they're on the Ron ship, so they're going to have to go and swim over. Overall, a pretty good roster. Some good solo players there. We do see some elements of Scandi. We got Bayant with Dooley together. Maz and Pierce, also 2 pretty decent players. Otherwise, I'm curious to see what is on Green 4. Barb, do you want to cover their roster?
Absolutely. So looking over at Green 4, they start over here north at Sector 1. We'll go over the sectors here in a minute. But as far as their assets and uniforms, so they're going to be using 2010 Rebel French Lizard camouflage with SSH 60s and 68s, old Soviet-style steel helmets. Still pretty effective, but old-fashioned, to say the least. Some nice chest rigs, some Chicom style chest rigs, and even though they don't have any armor in-game, the FNF config gives them armor, so they are armored, even though it doesn't quite look like it. As for their loadout, they're going to be using AKM ends in 762 by 39 and AKS 74 ends in 545 by 39. Their support, they've got the choice of an RPK, well, not quite the choice, but the squad auto rifleman will have an RPK 74, and the machine gunners will have a PKP and 762 by 54 rimmed. RPG 26 for the lat, still pretty effective out to 2, maybe 300 yards.
Up to 300 meters.
Yeah, a nice little package there. The sniper is going to get a T5000 and 762 by 51 NATO, and the assistant guards will have a suppressed AKS 74N or an AS Val in 9 by 39 subsonic. On this map, Fapovo, 9 by 39 probably wouldn't be the worst. I could see it kind of falling short with some longer engagements, say if they would have set up on a hill. But with the amount of urban settings within the 2 sectors themselves, I think it could be pretty useful.
I'm doubting the 9 by 39 in FNF because we had 2 suppressed guys in one of the NAP cities. Basically sneaking around, and then a Humvee drove up to him. Both of the AS Val guys unloaded on the Humvee. It did nothing. Humvee guy gets out, murders one of them, starts running around as the AS Val is literally mag dumping him, and then the guy is able to get him a fresh magazine and then just murder the second guy as the AS Val also reloaded and started firing again. So I'm kind of doubting the AS Val on FNF servers these days.
Well, I'll say that the ASL is definitely not designed to take down any vehicles, so that does not surprise me that it did fuck all to the Humvee. But yeah, if they were mag dumping the that guy and he was just, himself, he wasn't in a vehicle or anything, and he wasn't going down, that's a little sussy. Oh, Dream wants me to tell you goodnight and that he loves you, and Stark was apparently complaining about lone wolfing or something.
Yes. He was one of the guys that got shot by by the Humvee guy, which was funny. But regardless, Vagrant is going to be leading Green 4 here. He's got Squeaks as the X-Ray team leader. D Barnes going to be the 2IC for that group. Mimi taking a suppressed AK-74 with 45 round mags.
Live, by the way, because they're like landing.
Oh, they're live, but you got to remember, if they're in the Green 4 zone, they're invincible.
But the vehicles?
Ooh, yeah, good point.
But I'm just concerned, that's all.
Cap Arcane has the T5000. Rinse and Repeat going to take an AS Val, so we'll see how effective that is today. Nielsen going to be Alpha HQ, basically the squad leader. Montgomery, Wells, Summers, Pinto, Cholt, Sowers, and Salbin Sablon, excuse me, taking Alpha 1. Alpha 2 has Norris leading with Carlson, Garcia, Scholand, Eagle, and Zapata. Under Alpha 2, Bravo is going to be led by Dreek, with Bravo 1 led by Anderson for the team, with Cosmonaut, Miller, Poe, Wheaton, Germania, and Arcor under him. Bravo 2 is going to have Bridges leading with Cyrus, Warwick, Wiki, Cool Breeze, Martin, and Fist under him. Banks is... Okay, no, Flux is leading the Charlie group for... well, Charlie. Basically, Pepega guys, I can see, with Banks, Guy Fieri, Eric, and Lurch under him. And then Charlie 1 has Lennox, Ash, and Arma Jesus. I don't see a Slash in that group, so they're probably just going to merge with Charlie to form that one group. Also, marksman weapon I saw was an SVD per the squads, and I think that is it. Other than, I think we forgot to go over their vehicle assets. You want to cover that real quick?
Yeah, so for Green 4, they're going to have 2 Ural 43 True Zeros, which is basic transport truck, 3 off-road pickup trucks, 2 M1151A1 up-armored PKM Humvees with a nice kind of armor steel turret, and 1 9K38 digit static AA vehicle. So that's going to be the counter to the Little Bird, because that those guns on the Little Bird
Thanks, Deuce, for the 15. Deadly. I appreciate it. You're right. I do. I'm thinking about going to bed early tonight, actually.
Speaking of the Little Bird, Iceberg is flying it today.
I've been
so,
very, very
good to see him
heavy in the work
his
the past
joystick
few days.
for the joy of us all.
Whew. So, I've seen time and time again the Igla chair put on the field, and I'm like, oh gosh, and they've got a helicopter on the other side that's going to be really deadly, and then that Igla chair does nothing.
Soy Jack pointing meme.
Yeah, just pointing. Whoa!
In the background, they're just like a jaw agape. Yeah, Sablon's fucking Humvee, just like a mortar, probably like 20-30 meters from it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think it did anything to them, but like still.
Those are 155 shells too, based on the explosion, so it should be doing damage, but it's not.
I'm pretty sure those are 81 millimeter.
I've been hearing a mix. So that one that just went off, if you hear that like whoosh sound with it too, like that one, that's a 155.
That's a big one.
The 81 is that, you know, just like that one that just went off was an 81.
Yeah.
Anyway. I love how we can use the sound of explosions to know what exactly they came from. That's the meta of this damn game.
That's called weaponized autism.
That's another 155. That's a 155. And then there was mortar shell mixed with that too.
He's like, yeah, no, you're out of bullets. He's like, what the fuck? Are you fucking counting my rounds as you shoot them? I've been doing that shit in Tarkov too. Fucking just running around people and like listening to them waste their bullets. Then I run up to them when they're reloading and fucking shank them in the face. It's fucking amazing. It's weaponized autism, I'm telling you.
But as I was going to talk about, that Igla chair, if the Little Bird pilot knows what he's doing, that Igla chair will get hits on the Little Bird, but then Little Bird will just land, repair it, and then keep flying. Like, I think there was a Little Bird that had 3 different missiles hit it throughout a round, and it would just land, repair, and then go right back up in the damn air. So, I don't know.
Well, that brings up a good point. Autism is my superpower. Thank you.
Now, I do kind of appreciate the close artillery as like a cinematic thing. I think that does add a little bit of liveliness to the operation itself. But I have also realized we didn't go over the sectors. So, you wanna go over Sector 1?
Absolutely. So, yes, this match is going to be
Sorry, Dark, we'll have at least 2 other bets
we
tonight.
have 2 sectors here for Green 4 to defend. The first one up at the airport, and the second one down south in the town of Batana. We'll go over Sector 2 first, since that seems to be the one that Green 4 is abandoning. Not an uncommon tactic to sacrifice one or possibly both of the sectors in this mission.
There is only 2, though, for this one.
For this one, there is only 2. Sometimes there are 3. But for this one, 3. X-Ray is providing us kind of a recon force. We have Rinse and Repeat in there. The reason that he's in there is because Blue 4 need to be in the zone with no other Green 4 alive and conscious in the zone. So if Rinse Repeat dies or goes unconscious, the Blue 4 in the zone, it will flip to Blue 4.
This also applies if they go in vehicles as well. So if Rinse were to go into that Vic that is to his northeast, just outside that building, it doesn't count players in vehicles as being in the zone. Now, if he were to go under the vehicle or climb into the back truck bed, but not otherwise be in the actual vehicle entity, you know, with the scroll wheel option to get in, then it would still count. But he just has to stay in that zone without being in something or unconscious. So.
So the sector itself is going to be this radio station and the couple surrounding buildings. We have a majority of Green 4 X-ray up on this plateau with this kind of like farmstead looking thing. So they have a bit of elevation and some clear ground to see a couple hundred meters. So they might see Delta HQ over there to the southeast or Bravo as they approach, but for the most part, they are here just to be an early warning system. I fully anticipate them falling back as soon as they get into any kind of heavy contact. Maybe they'll get a couple kills with the sniper or the recon riflemen, those guys with suppressed rifles. But yeah, this is definitely one that they are abandoning.
Yeah, they're focusing a lot more on Sector 1 with Overwatch on Sector 2. Keeping that one guy with the AS Val for CQC in the sector is a really good call. They've got a few other guys in there. I think that's the entirety of X-Ray, just all kind of put around that one specific area. So I do like to see that use of X-Ray. Just using the suppressed team as a holdout group. And Blue 4 is really going for a divide and conquer strategy. There's a lot of forces going to a lot of different places.
Yeah, because Sector 1, I mean, it's the this whole airstrip, or well, the sector itself is the kind of control area with the radio tower. So that's all that they need to hold. But a lot of this flat terrain is really good territory to hold. So we see that Alpha 1 group on the mountains to the south, and we see Bravo on the mountains to the north on those ridges, giving the overwatch for the entire area and trying to give cover for as much as possible, much land as possible, I mean.
I don't know, I'm just a little worried that Blue 4 might have divided themselves up too much, because it is quite possible, even though you start with the numbers advantage as the attackers, to divide yourselves up so much that you end up being defeated in detail, which means the other faction engages the divided up groups individually while maintaining their number advantage, and thus just steamroll whatever comes their way. But right now we're having what appears to be one of the PKM Humvees firing down at one of the boats.
Yeah, that's Charlie there offloading. Bravo HQ boating around as well. So that's Staff Sergeant Ace Summers in the turret there firing on those boats. We also have Pinto firing with his rifle. Wells as well supporting some fire. And good return fire. We see some bullets going into Pinto there. And the infantry pulls back to the woods. We see Summers Humvee pulling back as well. So good return fire from Blue 4, making them pull back and relieving that pressure. That's Charlie 1 there, laying down that suppressive fire to allow for everyone else to get off the boats. That's very good work. Over on the north side, we do have Alpha 2 in very close proximity to, I believe this is Green 4 Bravo 1, yeah. So they're going to be in contact here on the north too. And this may confuse Green 4 Command.
I've seen a two-pronged attack like this.
Yeah, this because we have that big group in the south that's heading for Sector 2, southeast of Patana. If Green 4 Command gets wind of this and possibly overracks, we could see a withdrawal of that Sector 2 force, and they can take it without incident. And then possibly a more reinforced Sector 1, but then he probably wouldn't account for such a large, I mean, we're talking a good 12 to 15 infantry down here on the south side. So this could potentially lead to something interesting, but we'll see how it plays out.
So I'm just watching this Humvee with the PKM try to stall the Blue 4 line here. They've gone off to a lot of different forces. I just heard AT fire. It went over, though, hitting the hill to the northwest instead. Little Bird also coming up, firing some shots. It was off, though. We just had a good amount of shots go into where the other PKM Humvee is. I don't think they took any casualties, though. I'm not seeing any blood on the ground either. Just heard more AT get launched.
Yeah, Alpha 2 Blue 4 getting some explosives thrown their way too.
No idea where that explosion is going to go. I do appreciate Iceberg being aggressive early on, though. Those early on harassments could result in a few kills, which could help thin out Green 4's defensive lines to allow Blue 4 to push through. But look at the northern side, we do have some Hunt IR rounds going up. And then Blue 4 is already firing at them to make them land, so...
Yeah, so that's really smart. You see that thing just drop like a stone with a couple holes in the parachute.
Yep.
So that's a good job there.
But that Blue 4 group, Bravo group was pulling back a little bit. Not sure if they're going to go forward again, but Green 4 really needs to redefine their defensive lines after figuring out where these contacts or points of engagement are, so they don't end up having a line too thin for this really nasty force in the center for Blue 4 to push through. I could see Green 4 stopping the northern attack with their numbers. The southern attack is going to be a little dicey, yeah, but the Sector 2 one is going to definitely be lost. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of Sector 2, actually, we see Squeaks and Captain King. They're actually heading southeast along the coastline right to the path of Bravo 1 as they are approaching the opposite direction. So we could see some short-range fighting, and it'd be interesting to see what happens with Green 4's defensive plans after that. But in the meantime, Iceberg doing a very dangerous thunder run.
His co-pilot's hit.
Yeah, and he's just dancing between those treetops. Just nape of the earth flying, very fancy flying there.
All right, Blam's back up, so he'll probably go to bandage. Whew. But it paid off. Garcia's dead in Alpha 2.
Oh yeah, did he get hit by those M134s?
Yep,
like
he got barraged by that, so they traded one down who woke back up for one death. I mean, keep it coming. Very ballsy flying, but it pays off. We also have Chult dead under Alpha 1. And so far, Blue 4, Booga got taken out in Alpha 2 on the northern side, though it looks like it was to something bug-related because his body's in the water. So he might have gotten knocked unconscious because the boat hit the ground too hard, which sometimes happens. I'm glad you're enjoying his flying, Deuce.
Here we go with Green 4 X-Ray. They're going to be in contact here soon. I think Captain King... No, he's looking across the water, and he is the sniper. So this group of... actually, yeah, Scandi Recon here. We got Nemesis, Spiky, Dobbs, Lolo, Iander, Peyton as well. So this is a very dangerous group, and Green 4 is really outnumbered here. So they may try and make a play, but I don't think they're going to see much success. We'll see what happens.
Little Bird coming around again.
Hopefully Squeaks doesn't fire up at it, because if he does, that's just going to give his position away.
A lot of Green 4 shooting up at that Little Bird.
Yeah, it's not terribly surprising, but definitely a mistake in most cases. Here comes Peyton coming around the corner. Yeah, no, doesn't see Squeaks. Is none the wiser. They knocked down the radio tower.
I think that's for effect because they have the crater right there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, why did Blue 4 do that?
It's the little details.
And here comes Bravo HQ and one of those assault boats. We see Carrie and Mountain in that. So that camera on the front gun, again, that's rescripted to be an M134 minigun instead of the Mark 19 AGS, or GMG rather. But it still does have that camera and can range out with a laser rangefinder up to like a click or something accurately.
All right, Falcon. See you in round 2. All right, so the northern group, Green 4, definitely having the advantage here, but they still have another group completely to the northwestern side that is out of position. Looks like they're folding from the defensive trenches that they dug, though, which is a good sign. Little Bird now being kept in reserve on the west. And it looks like X-Ray still doesn't realize that there are forces on their side. I still see the sniper occasionally taking pot shots at Bravo HQ's boat.
Yeah, now they're turning away. Platoon HQ there, Depso, Sushi, and Timek they've probably gotten word from the boat that they're taking fire. And with an unsuppressed sniper like that in 7.62 NATO, wouldn't be surprised if they're going to try and hone in on that position of the sniper.
We're going to have a pretty nasty long-range engagement here between Blue 4 on the southern side of this airstrip and Green 4 on the north. Lots of open terrain. I'm a little worried, though, if Blue 4 from their hilltop, I don't think they can see the Igla chair folded in the airbase, but I'd imagine they can at least predict where it is in terms of being in that bunker position. Also, Pinto just stepped on a mine. He's okay, but well, I guess alive would be a better term. He's heavily wounded, but I think they, Green 4 put tripwire mines on some of these buildings, and I guess didn't tell everyone else.
Interesting.
I just watched a dude take a direct shot from an AT rocket. Who was that? Oh my gosh.
North side of this whole AO, Blue 4's numbers are starting to really thin. We see Alpha 1 up here.
You can see a little crater of it too.
You see some battle buddy groups, but also a lot of scattered infantry, especially lone infantry. So that's pretty unfortunate. We do see X-ray for Blue 4 trying to suppress the flank, and actually really good teamwork here. We're seeing Tactical Sheep and Bobby pushing up this ridge.
They're not taking fire though from Alpha 1.
Suppressed, yeah, Alpha 1 down in the airbase. They're watching over this group on the hillside, so they're being suppressed in turn, but they're able to keep ahead of those bullets. Tactical Sheep needs to keep moving, though, as he stays still like that.
Yeah, he's trying to throw grenades up to Wheaton's position as Wheaton pulls back. He just took a few hits from the suppressive groups, but if Bobby and Tactical Sheep can just go north and start suppressing this line of Green 4, they could actually force Green 4 to pull back and alleviate the northern group. So this is a great call by these two.
And this is Anderson, Fist, Cyrus, Cosmonaut. These are big names.
Meanwhile, to the south, Timek finding Arcane and taking him out. That's two of the Green 4 guys down. They were found by that Scandia Recon group.
Living up to their name, being really tactical with this, taking out the guys at the backline first. Anderson is down. Fist is down. Looking at these guys, and he hasn't opened fire yet.
They're confused over what's going on. Cyrus pushing up. He gets a good double kill, though.
Holy Jesus H. Cyrus Christ, holy fuck.
Anderson wakes back up, but that forces Green 4 to pull their forces back, fearing more. So Blue 4 can now capitalize on that opportunity. Oh yeah, you're seeing a bunch of smokes being popped right now. That is making Green 4's line freak out, and that can allow that northern group to continue pushing.
Even though they died, they haven't even gotten any confirmed kills. Fist, again, did not pass the wake-up checks if he's still down, but that does at least give that pressure, that alleviation to the rest of the squad. So they need to regroup now and push up. Recognize that the other group, the Green 4 opposite them, is scrambling.
So back over where Garcia was picked off, Norris, the team leader, he was on the PKM gun. He got sniped off of that gun by a Blue 4 shooter. And otherwise, looks like Green 4 are now trying to reform that battle line, but they can't because the smoke's obscuring their vision. And now you're having Blue 4 sending almost all their guys northwest and one guy to the southwest. That would be Jacob, who's an explosive specialist, so we might see some explosive satchel plays there for offense. Meanwhile, over down at Sector 2, we have them taking out multiple, one additional member of the Green 4 group. There were 5 here. 2 got picked off on the forest to the east. 1 just got picked off by this Blue 4 group coming down. And you just have, who is that? That's D Barnes sticking towards the edge of the sector. His GLs are a little high.
I'm surprised he didn't spot Artisan there.
He was trying to line up a shot, but couldn't get it lined up in time.
Yeah.
And he's taken out, and that's the sector.
Oh, and there's a sector, yeah, because Rinse and Repeat just barely
outside of it.
In that 4-story. It's just outside of it, and now he can't take it back. It is there.
Green 4 now folding back even more.
All they have to do is worry about Sector 1. And majority of forces outside of Sector 1, obviously, but nothing saying they can't fold back into the sector itself should they need to.
Tanners. All right, 1 attack boat now in the harbor, just firing up at Green 4. Actually, I don't think it's firing anywhere specific. It's just suppressing everywhere. AT was just fired at the boat. It seems to have missed.
Yeah, scared the shit out of them, though. We see
they're booking it.
And running. Yeah, they're booking it. Absolutely. So Blue 4 on the south side of the airstrip now on that hill, Hill 117, John Spartan Halo. Good luck for them. They're trying to suppress across to Bravo 2 and Alpha 1. We see the Humvee for Green 4 just suppressing back. That's Summers again, that PKP.
Green 4 pulling back more forces. I'm going to be honest, there's a massive hole in Green 4's defense strategy, and that's anything that comes from the MSR from the town. There is not a lot of defenders looking in that direction. Everything else seems to be caught up in other fights. Iceberg doing a gun run of the forest to the north, taking some fire, but it doesn't seem to be 100% accurate here. If this northern force for Blue 4 can just keep this Green 4 northern force in the fight, Blue 4 could just overwhelm Green 4 from other areas.
Yeah, that recon team, X-Ray for Green 4 was definitely meant to be an early warning system, but instead of
I'm gonna go with
falling back with
Balu
contact, they all
Brandbar.
kind of each got caught out and KIA'd.
No.
So now that Blue 4 has
Balu
Sector 2 and no Green 4 doesn't have any eyes on this
Brandbar.
sector, we do have Nielsen and his
probably
group. They're
butchered
kind of
that.
looking in that direction
sorry.
of Sector 2, but they're going to need to
And Lupin.
more towards the bridge and they want to get
Thank you for the sub and the 9-month resub respectively. Hope you
a
both
good
keep
amount,
enjoying the
probably
operations. Hope
10
you're
to
getting a nice
15
kick out of
Blue
this
4 here
scenario.
near Sector 2 in Batana. They'll be heading up that MSR, and yeah, definitely could give that Sector 1 defense a run for its money.
Sorry if I butchered it,
Because the pressure from the southeast, the pressure from the southwest, all it would take would be this northern group to keep the northern Blue 4 group, the northern Green 4 group occupied, and that could lead to kind of sweeping of the rug, so to speak.
I did well, just keep a Balu. Righto. Thank you, man. I noticed it was your first message, too, with the mission command, right? Welcome. So, I'm going to be honest, I think this is really going to be a marksman fight, especially across the airstrip here. They're going to be the only ones that are going to be really, really accurate. We don't have any HE rounds for the Moz or the RPG. If you look under mission info under the MAT settings, it's just AT. So it's really just going to be up to the marksman to get those precise shots and the machine gunners to suppress each other. So I do like what I've been seeing with Cyrus and Warwick on the northern side for Green Force firing across the airstrip here, but I've also been seeing marksmen firing from Blue 4, getting some precise shots on those machine gunners. We also have Bayant now suppressing back with that 249. And, okay, no, he does have a... No, he does have a... He has a magnified optic with it, so he found a marksman scope and he put it on his 249, and he's now trying to pick people off with it, and he's being fairly accurate, getting those shots just above the trench and making Green 4 get their heads down. I love it.
Real quick, on the southwest side, we see Artisan leading his group up less than 100 meters away from Eagle, Nielsen, Zapata, and this group up here for Green 4. If Artisan is able to push up, he's actually going more along the ridge and right up to the airstrip itself. We could see Bravo 1 head up to this position, but with how far back they are, this could mean be the demise of Artisan's group.
Friday nights for you is Saturday morning fights for you.
Nielsen spots them. But they are making their way to the airship itself, and the more spots that they're going to be able to take and lay down suppressive fire on the sector itself, just is more pressure and more rooms for mistake from Green 4. On the north side, though, Blue 4, they're just stagnating their assault. We're down to 5 Blue 4. And
still that one explosive specialist to the south, though. Again, I think the job of these guys is to simply keep these Green 4 guys entrenched so the other elements can just push on the objective. Because there's no timer involved with ad sector. It's just you get a guy in there and make sure everyone else in it is specifically dead. So if you can keep a big chunk of Green 4's manpower somewhere else, they're doing their part.
This is... that's 5...
Starship Trooper memes, gotta love them.
13, 14 Green 4 up here on the cell.
I'm gonna be honest, that's half of their manpower right now.
Being, like, distracted and occupied by 5 Blue 4, so of course, almost a third their size. That is a big
Lolo failed his wake-up check, gets knocked unconscious again.
Blue 4 Bravo is firing on Green 4 Alpha here. Nielsen's group that I was talking about earlier.
Damn,
so
I think that was Nemesis just taken out.
Return fire. We see that rocket coming out, actually killing Carlson with a shrapnel from an AT rocket.
Earlier there was a rocket
not,
to the north. One of the Blue 4 guys got direct impacted or hit by the shrapnel of the rocket. So the AT guys have been very, very precise with turning their anti-tank weapons into shock weapons. But above that, actually getting kills. And yeah, that was a good shot by Ender.
Second one, he's going to be aiming for that truck now. Rocket. No,
he points instead.
Holds it. Interesting. I would think he sees a vehicle and he opts to blow it up.
Yeah, but he's not seeing any movement around it, so why risk it, you know?
I thought he saw Nielsen. I think he saw the body of the guy that he killed with the rocket, but I guess he didn't see Nielsen checking his that same body. And now we're starting to see some interesting plays. We see Jacob here.
Wait, real quick. Iceberg dropped his co-pilot out to the platoon medic Sushi over to the south, so Sushi's trying to resuscitate him so Iceberg can just get up there and fly solo. That's funny.
That works. And speaking of which, yeah, now he's flying over that airstrip, so that's another distraction for that northern group.
Yeah, Eric's trying to get a lock, but a sandbag that was put on that fortification. Of course, the only sandbag they put on it ends up blocking his shot from getting a proper lock. You see that in the perimeter?
Yeah, just the
one sandbag that was put there, of course, right?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
All right, Blue 4 taking the fortified positions, but again, the most dangerous part about this is going to be getting across that runway. We're seeing a smoke push.
Fucking God, I'm sorry, but we're seeing Solid Snake in action. Jacob,
yeah, I see that.
Of the hangar.
Dude, he's gonna get up here. He's gonna pick off that gunner.
And yeah, he hears Summers and he goes crazy because he thinks that's at him. He's gonna go get some cover. And he's gonna take another.
Dude, take the shot. There's the headshot. I love it. I love it. Is he gonna adjust the hit Pinto now? Catches him as he's firing. Isn't able to get the kill, but definitely put some shots on him.
Interesting they couldn't get the kill there. He hit a lot of shots, I thought.
Pinto started moving back. I think that obscured his vision from Jacob to get the proper lineup on the headshot. That's gonna freak Pinto out because now he's gonna look around with his gun out going, what the heck just hit me?
Yep, and now we're seeing Mount and Kiri come up from the west as a big group pushes across the field from the south. Across that airfield, we see that big red, white, and blue smoke push. It's patriotic as fuck. And they are going to be getting up to air position. He's starting to take fire as I start flying over again. And Delta doing a thunder run artisan going right through the camp.
Yep.
Almost getting.
They're not allowed to run people over, and they're doing their best not to.
Artisan getting some fire, but hops out as well as Stumble. And Nielsen hits the car. Blows the three of them up.
Who was that?
That was Nielsen with the rocket.
Amazing.
You can see it right by his feet.
Yeah.
He took down 2 Blue 4 at the cost of himself. The heroic sacrifice, but may not be enough as we're starting to see Mountain, Kiri, and Chow.
Tripwire flare going off on the top left corner, northwest.
If they don't know that they're here by now, then
Nielsen wakes back up.
Chow, friendly firing Kiri there.
Amazing.
SPIDing, and yeah, it must have been hit and getting some pain flashes because yeah, he just took down Kiri there like nothing. Even double taps him. Mountain is getting in real close here. Gonna get some knife fighting range with Nielsen.
Ooh, that building changes damage textures. If they put a few more AT shots on it, they could potentially collapse it.
Yeah, but they don't have much LAT left, but they don't have anything else to use it on, I suppose.
Flux and Guy Fieri fighting Maz and Dooley, who are breaching.
Ooh, Bay has an M249, and he's going to start breaching as well.
Oh my gosh, it's cat and mouse. Flux taking some shots from outside.
Here's Jesus on the second floor. Mountain gonna take some fire and return some back. Army Jesus, he was a little too quick with that. Has to reload, but Babe with a 200 round belt does not, so he comes up and finishes him like nothing. And
now Green 4, look at this massive Green 4 force trying to come into the sector last second. If Blue 4 can quickly get these final kills, they should be good enough.
Yeah, it's just Nielsen and Vagrant outside of that main building. Vagrant is hiding in that offshoot building. If these people know their contact building, which Bay does. No, he doesn't. There's a bit of friendly fire. None of them are going to check that building with Vagrant. They're going to go around the corner and actually find Vagrant. Sorry, not Vagrant.
Montgomery getting a great double kill there.
Oh, where'd he come from? Yeah, from the north.
That was Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery definitely got that. And
he literally fired in the middle of that group and just managed to get 2 headshots there. Bay now pre-firing into areas that haven't been checked yet. But now Pinto and Montgomery have folded in. So now if Vagrant dies, it's not going to be enough. So Bay still pre-firing some of these corners.
And here comes another 5-man group of Greenford, Bridges, Coolbreeze, Fist. These guys we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Again, big names. So they're going to be able to reinforce this group as well. And
this is exactly what Blue 4 didn't want. They wanted to try to take this out from under Green 4's nose. But now that the fighting has died down to the north, a lot of Green 4 folding in.
Mountain and Montgomery taking a beating on each other.
Montgomery getting taken out.
Again, Bridges taking out a friendly this time.
And then getting hit by Mountain's grenade.
Big taking another one down.
Yeah, he's continuing this on.
As Mountain gets up into the watchtower, Bay spraying into the building. Does he see Germania?
Yes, yeah, takes him out from the rear. But now you've got Fist in there still.
Turning this entire situation back around into Blue 4's favor.
Bay with that 249, man. It is just a nasty freaking combo.
Oh my God.
He's going to be checking, like, where else can these guys be? Chow finding Fist. Chow taking Fist out. No one checking this auxiliary building part of the larger one. And Vagrant just camping it out.
I think Carl, Space Cover Carl, I think he's onto it. He might have heard Vagrant speaking because he's going to open this door. Yeah, he's onto it. And there's a grenade launcher on both of these guys.
Yeah, Vagrant trying to catch Cowboy Carl there. He shuts the door on him so he can do a quick reload.
Oh, but he can't open
Carl can't get the grenade out in time.
Oh, that's Miller trying to suppress now. As Vagrant checks the corner, he doesn't know what to expect.
And Vagrant now shuts the door. As Bay pushes Miller, but gets taken out by Miller. Mountain taking him out.
Yep, again,
no one's coming over to join Carl here as he breaches this building on his own again.
He needs to,
oh, and Space Cowboy Carl gets him. GG.
He gets the flick.
Even if Vagrant would have held, too many Blue 4 came into the sector at that point. Bay was just absolutely annihilating everyone coming into that sector.
Absolutely.
That was a great call.
100%. Oh my goodness gracious, that was something else. Nice quick round there, relatively. It's only 9 o'clock.
All right, let's see what we got for round 2, and then I'll start changing up my commands, put some ads on. All right, Malden. Been a hot second since we've seen Malden.
Malden, honestly, like one of my more appreciated maps.
Yeah.
Especially for what I would call vanilla maps. Nice terminal uplink.
All right. Change up my music too. Blue 4 attacking 3 Op 4 terminal sites.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
I'm gonna get some more water as I play some ads, and I'll be right back.
Right now. Op 4 is a BMP, a KA-52, Oh my gosh. KA-52, 2 chords statics, and 2 armed GAZs. Was that 2 or 3 chords? 3 chords. Holy crap. A chord is a standing 50 cal turret. Chambered in 12.7, 12.7 and 50 cal I use interchangeably. One is just slightly shorter than the other, but they're both pretty big rounds. And we should shift that to round 2. Now, I'm not sure if I'll cover round 3. I'm going to be honest, I'm actually feeling really tired right now because I did pull 2 really long nights, the other 2 nights, to work on some various things for next week. But we'll get into it, so we'll see how things go. On the bright side, I figured out a way how to make Emu D-Day a thing. And, we'll see it soon. I know we have pay for paint tomorrow, but it's not till 5. And I want to give one final check on that file because a few people ordered some last-minute stuff. Which, again, if you want to see the menu for pay for paint, just do !menu. And everything up there from pre-orders to the new consent list to a few changes we made to the menu, some additions, is all live on there. And if you want to make any reservations, you can just, you know, give me a message now and the donation, or you can just message me on Discord and we can work it out. So we've got all of that going, and yeah, I've just been complying with everything. There's just been a lot to do, a very, very big amount of things to do. But yeah, no, I just felt like doing Imperial Battle for round 2's music, so we'll see how things go. There's this damn fruit fly that keeps flying around my desk, and I keep trying to kill it. But it always evades me. I think because I'm too tired to coordinate where to actually, like, clap my hands. Oh well. Round 1 just finished. We'll be going into round 2 momentarily, and we'll see how things go. Yeah, sure. Let me put that on the roster, Deuce. Because I do remember you had that. Oh my gosh, this stupid fly. I swear I will get it. So that would be this document. Let's put Athena Shadowman down. Awesome. Flavit, why are you trying to get drunk? $300 milliliters of Jameson out of, like, what? If you're drinking out a 750 milliliter bottle on average, right? Let me pull out my Thin Proper 12. This is a big, big bottle of it. This is like 1.75, if I remember. Yeah, so a normal would be 1,000. So you're drinking a little under a third of the bottle. What's got you down, buddy? Because that's probably, it's because it's Friday. All right, I'll believe you. Why not? I'm doing all right, Green. Hope you're doing okay as well. Let me Zeus. Hand, why should I let you Zeus? What do you bring to the Zeus block? What are your skills? Do you have at least 2 references? I need you as... I'm going to pretend you're a college student, so you're somewhere between 18 and 25. I need you to have 20 years of experience before I hire you at an entry-level position, all right? That's the norm right now for the business. All right? So if you can show me those qualifications, you got the job. It's all good. All right, I'm going to go back to push to talk so I don't bug Barb's stream. Sparky, I said Zeus, not a Boos. Get out of here, Chucklebrain. JK, buddy, how you doing? And my most well-paying client just told me I was losing my 90K a year position, so that's fine. Damn, Flavit. I'm sorry to hear that, man. World's going to hell, right?
Baba boy.
Liru sounds like he hasn't turned 19 yet. No offense. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. This is always how it's going to sound. Unless I pay like a few $1,000s for some advanced audio equipment to make my voice sound deeper on air, it's always how it's going to sound. Unfortunately, I don't have that money. Mortgage life sucks. It's like I have more money than I did in college, but only so I can eat. Eat stuff.
Baba boy.
Yes, thank you, Barb. Very cool.
Unlike you, I know.
I have a voice of a 16-year-old forever. Oh, that sucks. You know what? I'm gonna be the.
Right. You will have the voice of a 16-year-old forever.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
like,
I've already.
Just pretend like you're Daniel Southward, and like your greatest performance is one that's like super nasally. It's a certain kind of sound. So some people like it. It works for some characters, and I think it works for you. It's just, well, don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm drunk and I'm fucking with you. I hope you know that.
Green, which video are you talking about? Because I'm gonna be honest, I have a lot of those videos scheduled in advance, so I don't even remember what it was, to be perfectly honest.
I'm sorry, what was this? Liru was saying that he was going to start hiring people for Zeus and paying them, but he's references in 20 years hands on his dick experience. Okay, well,
hands on what?
As there's only one person who has that, and that's Bloodwing, and I think I'm second.
Are you okay?
No.
I see. Oh, right, yeah, no, I'm the version of me where another version of me is gonna show up with Christmas Future or whatever the fuck on Christmas.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Future is gonna say, and this is what you'll look like if you keep working the way you are.
Showed up on Easter.
And I'm just gonna, you know, the other version of me is gonna start screaming and beg Christmas Future to spare me from that fate. Then they're gonna fade away, and I'm just gonna stare at them and go,
"Wait, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, wait a minute."
Am I the bad timeline? Yes.
Yeah, I'm the bad timeline.
It all started with that fucking gorilla.
God, it all started with that freaking gorilla. Ever since. Dude, oh my gosh. No, you remember the memes where it was Harambe like pulling the kid over and say, "Hey kid, I have information that could lead to Hillary Clinton's arrest." No, it was like, "Hey kid, I have information that Putin's gonna have an invasion soon."
No, see, that
it's horrible.
Everyone had information.
Everyone had information. Harambe had the key. He had that one piece that would have made people finally start to believe. It would have turned NATO around.
But what? It was in 2014. He had information about the Donbass region. But he had information about the separatists and who was funding them.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
This timeline has been cursed long before Harambe. I don't know, Orange.
I mean, it was pretty cursed when I entered.
It was bad. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't cursed. I think it was cursed after they killed a gorilla. They shot a damn gorilla.
They shot a damn gorilla.
I'm gonna be honest though. One of my favorite things to see is all the really liberal accounts that are calling for gun restrictions and stuff. Retweeting the tweets about the Ukrainians passing guns around to their civilians and going, "Oh my gosh, that's great, go Ukraine!" It's like,
they're defending
really?
their country from a foreign invader with arms passed down to the civilian level. And it's like,
Whoa!
What
Civilians
a
with
concept.
guns. Wow.
What a concept.
How much to battle lolly emu maids in tomorrow's Pay for Pain?
Emu maids.
I'm just gonna. No, you know, I'm done. That's GG. Yep. All right, that's a wrap. Where's my goat?
Well, you could probably put like
Where's my
band-aids
goat?
over the
Yeah,
nipples to like
just-
show that they're flat lollies. That would probably work.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and yeah, I need to go like wash my eyes out with bleach. I'll see you guys when I respawn as some other thing. I don't know. Just yep. Okay.
I'll still stream FNF 2 and 3, and I have a big
Stop
stream
shilling, you
tomorrow.
little shit.
My little, you call me a little Schult?
Whatever.
Hey, you were actually
You all
going
can't
offline.
see my face. No, but after reading that sentence,
said-
I
you
kind
s-
of want to.
You said your outro. You said your YouTuber outro.
And?
Can't believe you would lie to us like that. It's been like 2 minutes and we haven't talked about shit about this mission. We've just been talking about goats and lollies and shit.
You know, that is because I was tabbed out and I didn't even realize the mission started. So let's go ahead and talk about the mission.
Now I'm thinking about goat lollies.
What? Stop it. No. Okay, Blue 4 is the attacking faction. I guess I'll read the brief. Brief. There is none. Awesome. Why?
They'd be so cute and they'd like baa at you and shit. That'd be cute. Ojo-sama?
I'm just going to start with Blue 4. All right, uniforms. We have Modern Army Americans here. Loadout's going to be a mix of M16s and M4s. We've got Glocks, M249s, 240 Bravos, M72A7s. The sniper rifle and recons are going to be the M2010, 338, and then a mix for the two suppress shooters of either Mark 14 or SOCOM 16, both 20-round 7.62 by 51 battle rifles. Crew and aviation get either the M4 or an MP7. In this map, I'd take an M4 because it's going to be very, very open. No, the terminal sites themselves will be in urban areas, but most of the AO itself will be in the open. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over assets here. We got a big list. So 2 transport MRZRs, probably for recon to take. We have a command Humvee with the little communication box in the back. We've got an M2 Humvee, an M240 Humvee, a 1117 with its GMG replaced with a 7.62 coax instead, the M240. And we also have multiple transport Humvees, some having more carry capacity than others. We've got some transport trucks and the AH-6 Little Bird with both a GAU-19 and an M134. 300 rounds of the GAU-19, 1,000 rounds of the 134. Right, GAU-19, my bad.
No, you said that right. I was just chanting in
okay.
like excitement and arousal. GAU-19, GAU-19.
Gotcha.
Because it is 50 caliber Browning.
Yes.
John Moses Browning, hallowed be his name.
Anyway, Arcane is going to be leading for a platoon HQ for Blue 4. D-Barn is going to be his 2IC. Mimi going to be the platoon medic. Squeak's going to be leading X-Ray. Snatch Goblin as the 2IC. Rinse and Repeat the medic. Lolo taking the 338 sniper rifle. Summers and Iceberg both taking SOCOM 16s respectively. Dreek leading Alpha HQ with Cosmonaut and Cool Breeze being a dedicated crew for what I would assume would be to be the M2 Humvee. Anderson leading Alpha 1 with Poe, Martin, Wheaton, Germania, Miller, and Arcor under him. Bridges leading Alpha 2 with Cyrus, Fist, Wiki, Warwick, and Maz under him as well. Hamad leading Bravo HQ. Bravo 1, one of the two teams, being led by Lurch with Iander on AT, with Purton, Greenshade, Lennox Twins, and Nemesis under him. No Bravo 2 from the looks of things. We're just skipping right down to Charlie, which is led by Nielsen. Charlie 1 being led by Sablon with Garcia, Riley, Herb, Pinto, Eagle, and McGee under him. And then Charlie 2 led by Sholin for the team with Carlson, Montgomery, Wells, Sowers, Norris, and Zapata under him. Dedicated vehicle crew going to be Tanners and Schult taking the 1117, and Mountain and Curie are going to be flying and co-piloting that vehicle respectively. One last thing I want to check is the mat settings. Both sides have a mix of mat, so they've got AT, no HE rounds, but they also have a Stinger and an Igla with 2 rounds per respectively. Nothing custom on the CSW, so both sides have basically the capability to shoot each other down. Do you want to go over Op 4? And you're right, we are forgetting the bet. Barb? Alright, Barb is dead. Give me a second.
Liru, do you think I would look good with boob inserts and dressing up as Chocola from Nekopara?
Why do I even open my mouth?
Take that as a yes.
Just... Sorry, I was putting my prediction up. I think my mic cut out. I thought I heard something like really, really cringe, like I mute myself and just solo cast for the rest of the round. Did you say something? Barb? You know, it must have been a mic thing. Yeah, no, my silly microphone. Sometimes it gives some really weird interference. And I
his recommendations from Yasu here. I think he had some kind of affiliate code, and then he passed us this this jank bullshit onto us.
Anyway, are you gonna cover Op 4 or should I?
I was gonna cover something else, but I can cover Op 4, that's for sure.
That's for after the stream, silly.
Gotcha. Sorry. On
God.
The goats, right? Well, the Red 4 is going to be the Russians using
goats?
AK-74s,
On
RPK-74s, and PKPs.
No!
RPG-26 is kind of same as last round. T-5000 again in that 7.62 NATO. AKSs and ASVLs for the recon team riflemen, and then the crew gets either a PP-2000 or an AKS-74. As for assets, Op 4 have 3 quad bikes, 3 static cords, which are meant to be 14.5, but because of ARMA reasons, they are just 12.7. 12.7 by like 108.
108.
108. They also have 2 Gaz Tigers with a PKT on top and no AGS. The AGS is modeled, but scripted to have no ammo. Then 4 Gaz Tigers that are just for transport, no turret on top. They also have a BMP-2 with the main cannon replaced with a KPVT in 14.5, so that what the cord should be, but that caliber is just modeled so powerfully but that it's more appropriate on something like this, especially for FNF. So BMP will have the KPVT, the PKT for a coaxial, and a smoke generator there.
And its weaponry is mirrored. They put a 134 pylon on it, which just looks cursed.
Oh, I'm sorry, on the BMP?
No, on the KA-52. So they...
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I apologize. Yeah, the KA-52 has a GAU 19 and, yeah, that M134. It's modeled on it. I gotta see this.
So just look at the left and right pylons. The main gun, which the gunner was just twitching for a second, has been unscripted, but the 2 pylons here are...
It's an M134 just floating off the... And a GAU 19...
It hurts.
They're just floating. Where's the ammo belt? Where? It just... It goes into the...
I have to deal with weird, horny jokes from you and cursed abominations here.
I am the cursed abomination.
Yes. You're just realizing that? I could have saved you 2 years, buddy. I'm sorry.
2 years? You could have saved me 24, almost 25. Hey, speaking of which, this weekend, tomorrow, I'm celebrating my 25th birthday.
And how are you celebrating that, Barb?
16-hour stream from 8 a.m. to midnight, starting with some VR and ending with Arma, and I probably wanting to like end my suffering. So, yeah, should be fun.
Wow, so you're gonna do VR and then Zeus and Op and TM? Wow, that's great.
A bunch of stuff in between too.
Wow.
You should give me attention. I don't celebrate my birthday because no one comes to them, so I really hope people come to my birthday this year.
That's great. See, I'd love to, but then you started making really weird comments about creaming goats and shit, and I really don't want to see it anymore.
I didn't say anything about creaming goats.
You said on the goats, okay?
That's different.
Are you sure?
Than creaming them. Yes, I am sure.
cleaning now. Okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm sure you're gonna wear your nice maid outfit tomorrow and do a bunch of weird things. That's gonna make me question why I ever associated with you in the first place.
Yeah, giving me a job was the worst decision you ever made.
In my fucking life. Anyway, let's
Almost
look at the
worse,
terminal
by the way.
sites. What do you have to say about Terminal 1?
I wish I was terminally ill. Haha, Terminal 1 is on the coast. It's being defended by a small fire team to the south of it, just for some overwatch. It's kind of out in the open, so anything going up to it should be easy to spot.
No, tell Rue I'm scared what he...
Terminal 3 up in the North
I'm
Bordon, that's being
I can't even
completely
say your name right,
abandoned.
I'm
It's a nice
sorry.
town, it has some nice...
Tell Rue I'm scared what he would do with it.
Positioning, because there's a big fucking hill in the way between it and the rest of the AO. So yeah, fuck that fucking terminal. That doesn't matter. Terminal 2 is where the fun is. Down in the south, Hodan, bunch of dudes, bunch of vehicles. It is at the bottom of the hill to the west. So Blue 4 decided to set up on that hill and do some basic fire shit from the top of the mountain. That could be pretty rough. However, actually pushing into the town is going to be a struggle for Blue 4 if they do not properly suppress and eliminate Red 4 forces in the town beforehand. Yeah, we also have X-Ray kind of moving out for Red 4. They're getting a nice spot, and Blue 4 is starting to mount their vehicles as well, as we have about 3.5 minutes left to go in the safe start.
Alright, so with the vehicles on Op4's roster, I mean, we could see the Gaz's counterattack, but they only have 7.62, so there's not really any penetration value there. Plus, Blue 4 have a lot of armed Vics themselves. But we could see the Gazes try to hunt down Blue 4 transport trucks, but at the same time, going uphill is going to really slow the Op4 Vics from getting over to ambush Blue 4 vehicles. Meanwhile, Blue 4 is going to be going downhill, so they're going to be easier to maneuver. However, I don't know, it's a little predictable where the Vics are going to go, but at the same time, if Blue 4 just pushes the Vics to these hills, it means that Op4 is going to have a pretty easy time picking them off as they come by, but this will be interesting. It's going to really fall to how long the air battle takes, and if either side's able to take each other out air power-wise before they go in, but even then, both sides have man pads. So, yeah, I mean, air's kind of nullified at that point, to be perfectly honest. I think Op4 is just going to go for holding one of the terminals, sacrificing the other two, which means we're probably not going to see this be a long round per se. But Op4 is just going to try to, you know, do their best to fortify the one town with all the statics that they can, bombard anything that comes close, and we'll just have to see what happens. Manpad sounds like something Barb would use.
Jacob is building a Tower of Babel up at Terminal 2.
You mean on the church?
No, to the west of the church. They're building a nice little fort up there. That is also true. But no, Jacob is he's questioning God's authority.
He's building Jacob's ladder.
Fuck you. I'm upset I didn't think of that.
So I noticed they built like this ramp. Are they trying to drive the vehicle up the ramp?
Oh yeah, and then make it like an elevated gun platform and like reinforce it with bullshit. That'd be pretty fucking based. I think they're just gonna put it on the roof because you see that wide platform there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna try and make a second track up to where Jacob's going to. Is where Jacob's going to? I don't think God allows cars in heaven.
You know, I know Fortnite's been around for a while, but this vehicle update here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, nothing new to see Jacob building 90s, but like vehicles, I don't know.
War has changed.
Oh, and it is worth noting that is, again, Tactical Sheep doing some more balls to the wall bullshit. So, good to see. And here we go with round 2. It's fucking 15:06. What? Oh, that was great. And gunshots.
Off course playing the drums.
You mean Bell?
I know the drums when I see them.
Yeah, I'm sure you enjoy looking at a good set of drums.
What does that even mean?
Drum? What do you think it means? It means booba.
I've never heard them referred to as drums before.
Yeah, because you don't beat them.
What?
Never beat a pair of boobas like some bongos?
No!
Been missing out to you. Play like some fucking Donkey Kong Country.
Has anyone
like
in
Bongo
chat
Inferno,
played
whatever the fuck
boobs
that
like
game was.
drums? Is he
Like
just
fucking
is he
GameCube.
just like weird? Why would you? What? All right, well, we have a massive Blue 4 convoy coming in. We have what looks to be Recon and the triple one. Nope, that's just both MRZRs going down the southern part of the MSR as Blue 4 pushes their main force down the northern MSR. Why is Barb so aggressively horny? Good questions. You play? Okay. Well, at least I learned something new today. I'll go ask Bloodwing. I don't know. All right. Well, Little Bird flying over. We have some Gazes driving up the mountain range. Actually driving across a lot of different spots right now as two Gazes go down from the south. BMP staying in the reserve over to the east. And otherwise, we'll see how the player base decides to deploy here. Okay. Sorry that I'm stalling here. My fatigue is actually really starting to hit me. I don't think I'll be able to cover round 3 because I'm starting to space out. This is what happens when I go on too many all-nighters at once. So I'll probably just wait it out. But otherwise, let's try to cover what we can here. All right, Little Bird looping around as Bravo HQ. It's Falcon driving on his own in a Gaz.
With no turret.
And he's aggressively following this Little Bird.
Yeah, Little Bird able to get away because Falcon's a terrible driver. It's all his fault. Looks like Tactical Sheep decided to not get on the roof. So they will be taken down on the ground floor. But yeah, Red 4 is staying pretty static with this one. I think Blue 4 just kind of do what they want. They did move those guys south, like we mentioned, up to the ridge between 373 and 401. But
once in a while I do Tiger,
really
but tonight's not going to be that night.
Outside of the initial zone.
Used to cover it a lot more often, but I'm just getting way too tired, unfortunately. Eric firing at the Little Bird continuing to fly over.
And he's got to be careful. Ooh, we also flew really close to that rock. Yeah, one straight bullet could knock him out.
Yeah, right?
Well, that doesn't kill him. The crash resulting from that knockout will.
Little Bird flying over close to another enemy position. Another thing about the Little Bird is it does have its co-pilot, which means it does have its camera in use. However, they're flying.
The Igla gunner is on top of this rock. That would be Jib style, locking on with that Igla.
There's a shot.
Good hit on the tail, looks like. But it is still flying. Looks to be actually pretty okay. And looks like it is going to be getting out of line of sight of Jib Style. So they, yeah, looked out with that.
What a
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the model and texture is the same. Both rotors are still going. They really lucked out with that one.
Blue Force probably going to take another 5 minutes to fully deploy their troops, especially on the northern side. Looks like they're going to try to flank around either from La Trinité or from the northeastern hills to try to backcap Terminal 3 and Terminal 1, which is just going to mean Terminal 2, which is the most fortified position, is going to be the last one where Op4 all are, so it's going to definitely shorten the round. That also means they might be able to catch and snipe the BMP early on, but we'll have to see about that.
We're actually having Alpha 2 kind of scud around the coastline. Interesting play there as we see
Where's the
Blue 4 coming
helicopter
down. I feel like Blue 4 again is going to be a little bit too spread out. If they focus where the point of attack, I could see this being very effective. But we see like the South group start to hit early, or the Western group kind of going off and doing its own thing, then yeah, I could see this failing. But if they're able to work together and coordinate an assault on a singular point, I could see this really working out for them.
I'm going to be honest, if Op4 instead more evenly defended, I want to say 3 and 2, they might have been able to stall this out for time, because Blue 4 is going to spend the first fifth of the operation just deploying their forces. And then with still, you know, a 2-click walk from where they're starting to deploy to the other terminal sites, it's going to be a while. So it could have definitely been a time stall, but we'll just have to see as everything continues going on.
Yep. I mean, I got big hopes for this northern group, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so this is, I was talking about chat, but I guess I'll say this over TeamSpeak as well. What they're doing isn't really the worst that I've seen. I mean, we've seen groups stay on top of the ridges and using what advantages they have. Even though they are spread thin, they are still using those vehicles and the elevation to their relative advantage. We're seeing a nice single file line over on the east side from Blue Force, so they're staying very organized about this, at least in some regard. So I got high hopes. We'll see how
the fact that they're doing that, they're also staying in the low ground, only getting letting one guy go out on point to check things out, is Blue 4 is actually trying to keep this a secret. Op 4, they've all spread out because they're trying to figure out where Blue 4 is going to specifically attack from. So X-Ray potentially engaging from St. Marie up to the Op 4 position on the mountaintop at Dents du Midi could be a good diversion. But with Blue 4 split up on these groups, I think that team you see on that hilltop east of La Trinité is probably going to go for Terminal 1, while that force in Trinité is going to go for Dordan's Terminal 3, and they're just trying to figure out where Op4 is right now by sending these scouting forces. You got the 1117 on its own, driving out just to check things out. And they're just trying to figure out what would be the best way to bypass any Op4 forces that already exist. You also have Cosmonaut and Cool Breeze on the coast trying to drive around. Not sure if they're trying to drive around the rocks here or if they're trying to just stay low right here for the moment, waiting to be called in. So Blue 4 is playing this incredibly cautiously, and lucky for them, they don't have a lot of defense to fight at 3 and 1, which means they can pick up the pace and go to 2 and not run out of time. But normally when you see a faction play this cautiously, they usually end up losing. But this might be a special circumstance because of the way Op4 has conducted its defense.
We do have that KA helicopter flying around the south side. Didn't quite see those forces at St. Marie that you were talking about, that Blue 4 X-ray group. They're going to pull back and reposition, and yeah, we'll be able to get away with it.
Blue 4 helicopter taking some shots. You can hear the shots whistling here. you got Kiri on the gunner camera, just looking around on the ridges. Yeah, right, well. So Blue 4 definitely trying to do recon. Op 4, I saw their chopper in reserve for the first 5 minutes. Looks like they're actually going to fly it back out there all the way on the eastern side of the map itself, not just the playable area, because only aircraft can exit that zone and not be penalized.
Right.
Blue 4 just continuing to be incredibly cautious. We do have Jake here as an explosive specialist. Not sure if he's planted anything up here. He even has his gun on his back. He's literally just waiting it out right here. Fred might drive up to try to pick him up. But Op 4 really doesn't have any intel on where Blue 4 is coming from, but Blue 4 has a good idea of where they are. We see the Igla under Delta Vagrants group for Op 4. Looks like they're hunting the Little Bird, because I saw the Igla guy get out when the Little Bird flew over and then quickly mount up when they noticed the Little Bird was just going to be flying away.
Yeah, my chat's bringing up a good point. Blue 4 really spending a lot of time. They still have just under 40 minutes to go in this mission. They do have to, again, hack all 3 terminals, which involves a little bit more than the sector defense we saw in the last round. With the terminal uplink mission, all 3 terminals are active, but I don't know if you covered this, Liru, you probably did, but with it being 90 seconds, that does take time to, activate it, to let it go off. Once they activate it, especially at Terminal 3, they can just, move out once they start it. But the point is that it still takes time, and they're burning a lot of it right now by walking. I mean, I've seen a couple of groups walk about, 1.5 kilometers through just mountains and tree line. So we'll see if they mobilize a bit quicker, but yeah, they're gonna have to do something.
Fred just walked up to Jake's position, wondered what he was doing or something, I don't know. Turned around real quick, probably because they're talking.
Yeah, just vibing. Feel bad for Logan. Just kind of sent on a suicide mission with an RPG-26 in a dream.
Oh yeah, he's been told as the single Alpha 2 guy to just hold that one terminal.
Yeah, take as many down as you can, but we don't expect much. Just, be a pain.
I'm gonna quickly... Oh, a buzz on the town by the Little Bird.
Just a bit of suppression, preemptive. I obviously he didn't see anything. He might think he saw something, but he didn't see anything.
So there's an explosive satchel on Terminal 1. I wonder if Jake is the triggerman for it, but they're only given 152s, and he is definitely out of range to detonate that explosive. Or it's Fred that's put it down, and he's driving back with a quad bike, so... I think it's going to be Fred's, but let me check Terminal 2.
I'm checking Terminal 3 up north as you say that.
3, I didn't see anything on it. They just have Logan there.
Yeah, I don't see anything on 3 either. Logan is not a combat engineer, so nothing.
Oh, it's not there.
And to Logan's, I don't want to say
charge
credit
right there,
yet, but Golf 1 here, that 1117 is poised to be the spearhead into Terminal 3. So if that's the case and Logan gets a good shot, which Logan probably will because it's Logan, that could mean an early demise for a very serious asset for Blue 4. That 1117 is fast and has a lot of firepower, with decent protection as well. See what happens.
15 out of the 50 minutes have been done for maneuvering, leaving 35 remaining. We still haven't seen anything get on the terminals. Blue 4 starting to mount up in the trucks. They might Thunder run down to Terminal 3 because air flew over and said it was clear. If that's the case, we'll probably see Terminal 3 taken in the next 5 minutes, Terminal 1 another 5 minutes later, which lowers it to 25 minutes, which would give Blue 4 ample time to fight the main fight here. But for every minute that ticks down, the less likely Blue 4 has a chance at victory here because they're just spending way too much time doing this cautious maneuvering here. Usually when we don't see shots fired within the first 20 minutes of a round and it is a 3 objective AO regardless of the objective type, 4 out of 5 times the defenders usually win by default.
Here we go in, bit of a thunder run coming in from the north now into Terminal 3.
There it is.
3 vehicles and they are getting a little close for comfort. But they managed to avoid incident.
I would have loved to see them arm at each other right then and there and it's like, oh, okay, GG.
Yeah, GG early.
Technically, we do have a man pad firing, but I mean like a main fight, you know, between squads.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But you're right, Samuel. Technically.
That's a good point with Logan here. It's probably going to just slow Blue 4 down, especially
if Logan gets the AT shot on this 1117 and takes it out early on, that would be a significant blow to Blue 4.
Yeah, and
but Logan's not going to take it.
Yeah,
no, I just heard him take it out. He might go for it.
I think he hears the engine and is ready for it.
No, he peeked out and he saw the 1117.
Oh, I see, I see. Oh, well, Wells is going to run up to it. Run up to the terminal. He's going to check the surrounding buildings.
He's checking for explosives first.
Yeah, if he looks up to that pink building, he might take interest in the fact that that door is open, but no, not quite. And he does start that hack.
Wells, open the gate for him.
Ooh,
nope, it gets caught in a tree, I think.
Yeah, caught in the tree. You see the shrapnel hitting the building behind it.
He fires at Sholand.
And some shots from the
Holds
rear.
back, dodges some shots, and I'm not sure if the
GL
GL or that final shot by Montgomery got him.
Yeah, one of the two. Solid blood trail, and that takes him down.
And double tap by Montgomery.
That's really unfortunate. Here comes that KA again.
Flying right over Blue 4's line. Do we have AT ready, or AA ready to go?
No, but we do have the Little Bird on its tail with that 50 cal. Might do something.
Yeah, so that's Blue 4 Delta then. So the Delta element for Op4 had the Igla. So it might also mean that Bravo has AT. Oh, yep. We're hearing those shots go out.
Yeah, I'm watching that chase. So with that KA, now that it's finished turning, it's going to try and kill that altitude, gain as much speed as possible, and get away from that Little Bird. We see it already extending that that lead. And the 50 cal is just going to be inaccurate and leading it right into an HM.
The BMP. I did see some shots bounce off.
Mountain definitely taking some hits there.
Mountain's co-pilot just died in that gunfire.
Carey going down to that 14.5.
He did.
Great play from the KA-50.
Tail shots coming in. Getting close, but no cigar.
Yep. Great play from that KA, though. Really good stuff. I'm interested to see what Jacob is up to here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his gun out now. I don't know if he heard someone talking near him or what, but he seems to be a little bit alerted.
Long range 50 cal shots going out. They're firing at the BMP, I believe. Long range shots from the KA-52 there. It's firing at the helicopters. It's not helicopters, excuse me, ground transport picks. Not sure how much damage they actually did.
And seemingly wasn't surprised. I don't think it really did anything. But
Geyser, thanks for the 100 bits, buddy. Appreciate it.
Explosion actually taken out of the building, so count was completed. So that is 1 out of 3 completed. We see Terminal 1 Should be in striking distance for this blue 4-4. We do see next to Jacob, we have Captain Dreek, who is leadership. Jacob is hiding in those rocks, waiting for someone to peek their head over to see him, but Dreek doesn't even know how close to death he is. And as he passes, does Jacob...
I think Jacob saw him, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to pursue. He's holding tight and waiting for the call to death that charge. Actually, as I say
30 minutes.
As I say that, Jacob is pushing out.
He's been activated.
Yeah, MK Ultra. And I think he's lost the trail. Might have spotted Dreek there for a second. No, he's looking the wrong way. He's lost the trail. So fortunate for Drake, unfortunate for us and for Red 4. More strikes going in on that northern of town. I just want to see some AT fly up at it and try and take a shot. Still a majority of Red 4 hanging out at the southern terminal. So they are very much content with holding out and waiting for things to come to them.
Oh, Little Bird coming on the tail of the 52 here as it comes in for another run.
Yeah, and a lot of ground fire as well. They're ready and waiting for it. We see 50 cals firing.
Oh, they hit the fuel tank!
And it's on fire. That thing's going down.
It's dead. Give it a second.
Yeah, just give it a second.
There it is.
Oh, you see the rotors going too. Holy shit.
So I think that was the GAU 19 on the Little Bird getting those 50 cal shots in either on the engine or the fuel tank to cause it to flame out like that. Usually it's an engine hit that causes the flames. Once in a while it's a fuel tank, but other times fuel tank hits will just make it automatically explode in the sky.
Yeah, I think it was either the 1117 or possibly the Little Bird. Just a huge volume of small arms fire laying into that KA-52.
All right, Blue 4 maneuvering a ridge side group. That would be Bravo to head south now. They're going to start going for Terminal 2. It's going to take them about 5 minutes to maneuver. However, they could get pinned by Delta on Op 4 to slow them down. Looking at the time, 28 minutes remaining. That Blue 4 group pushing over to the ridge, but otherwise not moving. I think Blue 4 is just way too slow here. Got the BMP firing at the Little Bird once more. It quickly dives. And Kiri coming in to say he died. Yeah, buddy, you did your best, though. See it flaming out over there. So Blue 4 have X-Ray on the southern part of that mountain. They folded all their southern groups, realizing Blue 4 is now attacking from the north, and they weren't spotting anything major coming from the MSR going south anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that, Curie. Wait, you mean by a Stinger? Heard an explosion in my cockpit, thought you were dead? Ooh. Just heard some long-range AT come in. That landed dangerously close to the BMP. They're starting to pop smoke rounds now.
Yeah, they pop some smoke and try to pull back. That smoke isn't going to last for long. Should be long enough for them to get out of the line of fire of that AT. Bravo now coming, Bravo for Red 4 that is coming around on the ridge, as well as Red 4 Delta.
Says that triple
So we should see some fire coming down onto Blue 4 Bravo and Charlie as they advance, since these guys are going to get on top of this hill.
And Little Bird now putting some shots in Kamaz trucks.
Bay as well up on this ridge. That RPG-42, he starts pulling it out. He's looking for targets. Does he have any HE rockets?
There's no HE rockets. It is just AT according to the map settings.
Well, he sees that Humpy and sees that infantry as well. So he's going to be able to call it out with that magnified optic on the RPG. We see that main force now trying to push down the MSR, getting engaged by, we see Korvac and Gary there. Or, is it Gary or Jerry? I want to say Gary because of GIF, but... I think Gary.
Little Bird now striking that Op 4 X-ray.
Oh, and all those bullets just a little bit too, a little bit behind.
Some hits there too. You see some blood. Otherwise, no kills. Nemesis just got picked off, I believe, by Delta HQ. That, or he was... Nope, he was the driver killed there. So possibly ambushed or picked off by something. Montgomery also recently taken out. He is also in a Humvee, picked off. I don't know what got him. Jacob is out of position now as Blue Force folding a force down to take Terminal 1. At this rate, we're going to probably see contact for the Terminal 2 site at the 20 or 18 minute mark. As skirmishes are starting to break out on the outside. Igla shot hitting the Little Bird.
Didn't take any damage this time.
Not really.
Tail rotor's out. Yep, can confirm that tail rotor is out. Mountain still has engine power and it's going to be able to fly away. But he has to keep that forward momentum. We see him already starting to lose control as he slows up. He has to be very careful as he goes over these mountains.
Squad leader's dead right there.
So yeah, Mountain's gonna need to try and figure out a crash land situation.
And he's trying to find something, but he's going in a spin.
Oh, is he now? Yeah, yep, there he goes. He's trying to recover. And there he goes again. Ooh. This is a good spot for him now as he flies down south. Lots of farmland, lots of plains. Just needs to kill his altitude and kill his speed at the same time.
All right, we're gonna see Terminal 1 hacked within the next minute. 21 minutes remaining. Blue 4 isn't even going to get around to Terminal 2 just yet because the main force, which is Charlie, is pushing a little more west than south. Meanwhile, that northwestern skirmish is kind of blown up in Op 4's face. They have multiple people down. We did just see Wise get a kill, but then he gets dropped.
Mountain's coming in for his landing. And it looks like he's going to be able to grab it. Oh no! Mountain lands a little bit too hard.
Yeah, flamed it out. That's gonna explode. And he's got no chance of getting saved there. He's just gonna stare at it.
He's just gonna try. I think he was gonna try and repair it, but no, he's waiting too long. Now it's gonna blow up. And there it is. Mountain goes down. Not quite out yet.
Even if he gets back up, he's out of the game. 20 minutes to get back in the AO. He's done.
At least he is on the furthest corner of the AO that he could be.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the explosives at Terminal 1 as well. I think that's the only reason they haven't patched it yet, because they think there's a triggerman nearby. But if it's Jacob, he's way too out of range.
Jacob would be where he is 626 meters away, so if he has the M57 clacker, yeah, way out of range. If he has the M152, he's good.
Hey, Stone, how you doing?
We do see, well, he actually defused it.
He used the charge, nice.
Yeah, he defused the charge and brought it up, so he's also defusing the charge on the
Those who don't know Stone is the reason I'm able to do this full time. He helped me pave the way for paying for my last year of college and start all this up without having to get a job. So, Stone, as always, pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for all your support. Hope everything is going well for you in your current life situation. Hope the season's gone well. And as always, if you ever have any op ideas, please let me know.
Yeah, Gary, that lone survivor of that skirmish we were talking about earlier. He's got Riley and Norris just around the corner.
Thank you so much for dropping by. It's always appreciated, man. 20 minutes. It's looking tough for Blue 4 here. Gary getting spotted by Riley, only for Norris to come around and finish him off.
Great double play there, double team, and then they both get suppressed from the town. And some, no, it doesn't friendly fire.
BMP just got a kill.
Yeah. And a second one about to be on.
That was on Norris.
Yeah, on Norris's buddy there, Riley. Riley's also taking some hits, but is able to get around into cover.
So Jacob now getting off the rocks, might start pushing south. More fire from this BMP.
Well, there's 19 minutes left in the round, Liru. Do you think Blue 4 is going to be able to push in and take the terminal?
Nah.
I think it's going to be close, but I think it's possible. It'd be last minute if they do, but considering the position of the terminal as well, it is.
What about this dude just firing his 5.56 rifle? Eagle's trying to shoot it with his M4. So what a Chad.
It's going to be tough for them to.
I don't know if he's trying to shoot out the sight or just piss it off, but
hard for them to deal with the defenses.
117 pushing up, suppressing over Space Cowboy Carl. Not sure if there's anyone in the building it was shooting at. Doesn't look like it. But that's going to start pulling Op 4 away. We do have X-Ray starting to come up on the rear of Terminal 2 as well. Blue 4 could actually encircle Terminal 2 and do some pretty serious damage, but one of their flanks is taking so many hits. We have 3 people down from that BMP.
Yeah, Golf 1 up on that hillside, just raining down hell. Smoke does not stop bullets. They still keep coming through.
All of Op 4 is just in BMP. Here outside.
Easy pickings to hit some good spots. Charlie 2 here.
AT fired it, shot over.
Yeah, definitely went over.
Blue 4 command is still up. Their 2IC is dead, but the main commander, Arcane, is still alive. Where is he? He's all the way in the back with that one group.
I will say, if this Charlie Blue 4 group can keep the BMP occupied, they'll leave room for the southern and eastern groups of Blue 4 to make their push. That eastern group does need to push up through the vineyards to assist that 117 because Space Cowboy Carl are able to keep eyes on it because there is no infantry escort. He tries to head the side of it with an SPD, but I guess it's not quite powerful enough. Fred's coming around. Where's some AT? Flux actually has AT. There's a hit, and there's the car. Yeah, they got
117 going down. Yeah, you don't want to be driving it in the little hamlets there, because that just leaves you exposed. You can't pick up the speed to keep going.
Literally no assist with them.
Yeah.
No assistance from the infantry, and that is what killed them.
Bit of a wasted asset there. Now, I'm kind of concerned. We got Jacob slowly making his way down the coast. He could get behind the Blue 4 line here in a few minutes if Blue 4 is still slow to move in. 17 minutes left on the clock. Op 4 is outnumbered, but they're making great use of their assets here. Oh, apparently the entire town at Terminal 3 is rigged to blow by Fred's hand, so amazing. I think I did see some explosive charges all around, so I'm not surprised with that.
Well, the question
There's
is
one right there, for
Fred?
example. Oh, you know, he's around, vibing.
He's on the eastern side. He is still alive. If he does go down and die, though, they cannot reprogram those charges. They can't pick up the timer off of them because of how Ace works. So, yeah, he needs to stay alive if they want to keep that threat active. Interesting, though, yeah, that strategy. I'm sure they've got it rigged up in sectors.
Eagle getting knocked out.
So you can either blow it all
and
or
double
blow
tap.
It in a specific area.
That BMP has just entirely stalled one of the attack waves and gotten quite a few kills and even more knockouts. That has stalled Blue 4 to only attack from the east, which doesn't even seem to want to move. It wants to be more of a maneuvering element. I think the northwestern part of Blue 4 that's being harassed by the BMP was meant to be the group that got in really close while the other group harassed from a different angle. So this is definitely putting the nail in the coffin for Blue 4's attack here. We could still see X-Ray fold in here. But
yeah, they're starting to approach from the south, just less than 100 meters away. And if they spot Fred first here, Menez, Vince Repeat, Summers, Squeaks, Iceberg, decent names. And we are starting to see that Eastern group come up as 15 minutes is called here left in this round.
Jake. He's like less than a minute away. If he continues moving up, he's going to probably play this next part cautiously because he can hear their gunfire. I'll check on him in a few moments. X-Ray getting in a firefight with the southern defenders of the town.
Yeah,
now,
Flux and Guy Fieri holding very acute.
These guys have the really powerful
doorways.
weapons, so they got to be careful.
So they're able to watch that road from really protective positions, and that's gonna mean that Squeaks group has to reposition.
Dude, Jake is being followed by Bravo HQ, which has Bayant, Dooley, Falcon, like all the really hard hitters.
Space Cowboy Carl is on the east side here, gonna be rolled up on by Dreek's squad. And yeah,
right, I'm watching Jake.
Here comes Banks' group. Falcon,
gonna spot
Bang,
Poe.
Dooley, Eric. They're coming up, on Poe.
He's gonna go for Martin first. Misses the shots. Throws a grenade instead.
Good nade.
Goes on the opposite rock area, though.
Yeah, that was smart.
And now you got more Op 4 coming on the rear of this Blue 4 push, but most of Blue 4 starting to maneuver past.
Jacob really aggressive on the Martin. He pulls back quick.
Then he folds back and unfortunately runs on a line only to be taken out by Dooley and Bayant behind him. Falcon now going aggressive. I think he heard Germania's shot.
And Germania
sees him. There are the shots. There's the knockout. And now this Blue 4 group that was going to push in on the tail end is now fighting for its life as Op 4 is folding around. You've got some Blue 4 now turning around to engage the forces on that hill. That slowed down this entire push.
Good double team onto Dooley as Poe
As beats it out against Flux. Guy Fieri getting attacked from the flank and dropped by a suppressed gun. 13 minutes remaining. Blue 4 might be able to sneak it out on the rear as we now have the remains of that northern group starting to fold in because the BMP pulled back. X-Ray for Op 4 dealing with some Blue 4 guys. Go ahead, go ahead.
Falcon's tossing some nades up at Poe as he's trying to fight for his life, dodging headshots from Falcon and Banks, and they're trying to retake this hill position. They've done a good job in pulling it back.
I think Dooley got taken out.
To the car, looks like, to the gas. Seager.
Yep.
Poe finally goes down as Anderson pushes around to Banks as he comes up behind him.
Anderson might not check his left.
He's not looking up. Oh,
but there it is. Hello. And good night.
A couple good shots through the armpit into the head. Whew. Very nice there. Falcon now going to be on his lonesome, pushing up to his old buddy's position.
Yeah, he heard those gunshots, so he's pushing up. He knows that was an M4.
Back at Terminal 2.
Technically an M16A3, actually.
On the south side here, we heard one of those charges go off as Fred
the shots
is
of an
getting pushed up
M16A3 are a slightly higher frequency.
Thrown into Fred's building. As he dies, the building is going to blow up and collapse.
Falcon taking out Anderson. Fred is dead?
Fred is dead.
So that was the triggerman for all the explosives.
I thought he popped off one, but no, that was charges being thrown by, I want to say it was Warwick, but he's not an engineer. I don't know who it was, but someone was tossing those explosive charges.
Yep, so now the BMP is out of position to do anything proper here, so it's just being left to the infantry. Blue 4 having boots in the town. Starting to take the southern district here. It's not looking good for Op 4. 12 minutes remaining. It just wasn't enough of a stall.
Yeah, 12 minutes now. I don't know, we could still see it falter if Red 4, we see him starting to fall back in. Bay pushing back with the car. But that northern group that the BMP kind of left alone to deal with the southern side, those remnants, still a solid half dozen, with another half dozen coming in from west of their position up on the mountains. So with 12, now 11 minutes to go, they do I think theoretically they do have enough time to push down here this whole northern front and really split these defenses, which could allow the southern group to push in close quarters and secure that terminal. And they don't need to kill everyone. Again, they just need to capture that terminal.
Yep, they're literally within 50 meters of it. They're just fighting the last garrisoned building nearby. Unfortunately, Shuffles, who was putting rounds up on the building, got headshot as he put those GL rounds up. Yeah, the BMP is not really flanking. It's just kind of going up higher to find an angle to shoot, but it's not.
I think they still
it's not being effective.
On the south side, and they do have some people on the south side, but they're just, I don't know what this BMP is doing. It's being too cautious now. The 1117 was too aggressive, but now this BMP way too cautious.
Bayant has AT, and he takes out Cosmonaut's M2 Humvee. Cosmonaut quickly gets out, and headshots. Gets headshotted by Bay.
There you go. That's how it works. How to make the rules. Bay does.
Falcon now running up. The remaining Blue 4 guys, if he's able to deal with them, he can continue to push in. Arcor has a visual on the terminal. He's throwing grenades.
You can throw some smokes. He might. Oh,
Explosive just went off, killed a few Blue 4 guys to the south. So someone else is the triggerman here.
I don't see any. I see Blom up in the north. He's not. He doesn't have eyes on that area. But
did someone loot Fred's body for the clacker?
No, that's not how it works. Ace doesn't work that way. At least I thought.
I thought it was if you got the clacker, then you were able to still use it.
At the same time, Blue 4 has control of Fred's body. It's somewhere in.
BMP's pushed up. It is now flanking some of the infantry on the southwestern side of the town. It just got some headshots, some shots in, not headshots, excuse me.
Kowak and the Seeger are crying up at Charlie 2 up in the
yeah,
north.
He gets hit.
Great shot.
From the northern side, Northern has a few guys down. Falcon slowly pushing up behind these Blue 4 guys as well. Might be able to catch Poe out of position. He's literally a grapevine over, though. Now 2. Oh, that's funny. Blue 4 might be able to hold at this point because Op 4 is pulling everything back. That Northern force never pushed in when they were supposed to. And now you got Op 4 attacking some of Blue 4's southern attack here. Wiki had AT out. He let the car drive over and was able to get all the kills of Op 4 there. Eric pulled back, though.
Wiki goes down. And these guys in the rear. Here comes Falcon coming up close on the backs of Wheaton and Poe.
I think he's target fixated on Wheaton right now if he saw him. If he looks far right, he'll see Poe.
Yep.
He does not, though. So now he risks Poe looking left and seeing him.
Through the vineyard.
Yeah, Wheaton, getting taken out by Falcon. Poe does not notice, though. You gotta remember, it's raining, too, so it is harder to hear things.
Yeah, if you fly close to the ground, you can hear how loud that rain is.
Miller firing at Blam. Blam taking a few hits, but instead rolling right. Now firing into Miller's ass and manages to knock him out.
And it's just Poe, Lolo, and Arcor in the town itself. Yeah, I think Red 4 have this.
The Red 4 have been able to turn this around, surprisingly. Now you got Baba Yaga with, I don't know who else is in that Humvee. It's Kowak, who is the Op 4 ground commander. They drove up to this hill and they're taking out the remaining
Falcon takes out Poe too.
Forces here.
That way, shoots in the bush. I think hits Falcon a couple times. Yeah, takes him down. But Bay comes in with the assist.
Oh my gosh.
And gets Falcon shooter.
I think it's GG now.
I mean, Blue 4, they have... What?
Arcor managed to get up and get the hack there, but then he gets taken out by Falcon. And Falcon's going to stop the hack.
10 seconds off of it. Well, there's a little bit shaved off.
Beautiful.
We see Captain King and Mimi. They're coming in from the northwest. And that honestly, that might send Red 4 into a bit of a frenzy as they move back towards the terminal site. But
yeah, Blue 4 still have all these forces to the northwest.
They're just on foot. They
doing nothing. They've been up there for the past 10 minutes. That's Scandi Recon, too. I don't know what they're doing up there.
I don't know. Iander's trying to go for the longest shot in the world, like the Guinness Book of World Records. He's going to backblast himself against the mountain. Watch.
And you still have the HQ building fighting with the remains of Blue 4 up here.
Oh, and he doesn't even hit the BMP. I think he was just a couple meters short.
Still very close, don't get me wrong.
Still very, very close, but not close enough. Yeah, absolutely agree. This Northwestern force from Blue 4, especially with the Blue 4 tracker they have, they should have been much more aggressive in pushing down.
Ooh, Mimi getting caught out. Zeist engaging from the rear takes him out. That's it.
Captain King, he's on the north side by this church. We have Bobby coming in from the flank. He's gonna check his buddy's body, but I don't think he's gonna spot him. Nope, not quite. So Tactical Sheep, Steck Pro, and Azuki are all gonna be the Overwatch for this terminal.
He's chilling in there. Bayan taking his AT out, realizing that's the BMP too.
Yeah, BMP is shooting at Bay there as he runs.
He wasn't shooting at Bay, he was shooting at a body. I think that was a player, but they got taken out by the BTR because you see all the blood right there from the impacts. AT by Eander.
Does that one hit?
That actually hit, but it didn't get a significant hit. I think it disabled the turret possibly.
Yeah, that turret isn't moving. So yeah, looks like
is that little chucklehead still up there? Yes, he is. And they're
Yeah,
backblasting themselves because you see the blood.
Yeah, like I said, they're gonna backblast themselves against the mountain because Ace hates you.
And yes, Grav is hiding inside the 117. So the BMP is now trying to hide under the bridge.
Yeah, they're gonna try and get that turret repaired. You can see the texture of the turret itself is that damage texture while the hull is still intact. But that is gonna leave it vulnerable to Sablon, Garcia, and Zapata as they push in onto G-Legs and Ravemaster.
If anything, that's just going to keep those 3 Blue 4 guys there to, you know, take out the BMP. So yeah, Driver's just going to get out of there at that point, but
with no gunner,
Twins and Lennox here in striking range.
4 minutes
A lot of
left.
op-4 around. They could do
rather.
something.
Lolo's trying to push, trying to get the
But
tactical
he's being pushed by Falcon and Bay. Hopefully, excuse me, Lolo gets down to avoid Falcon now flanking around. But Lolo was going full sprint into Falcon's barrel, and Falcon just dropped him.
Yeah, with this rain, it would have been impossible to hear Falcon running up.
Bayant just... Oh my god.
Okay, Twins taking some punishment. Bay taking a nice...
Yeah, so I think Bay killed an op-4 guy trying to kill Twins because Lennox went on a different angle.
Onto Lennox there. And Twin trying to get a shot onto Falcon as he stands up and limps away. It's pretty much just down to Twins. This group on the north, they're too preoccupied.
We have Hamad coming in as well.
Yeah, Koak. He takes on Sablon as he tries to pop some smoke, or is that a frag?
Looks like it was a frag. I think he meant to do smoke, but yeah, no, this gas has been very effective in cleaning people up, but I think, yep, his gunner just died, which was Koak.
So now that is Azuki, Pearson, and Koak all dead. All
Hamad can still make it with a little over 2 minutes remaining.
It is down to just the rank and file.
I mean, Hamad in 2 minutes, if he sprints over there, he could potentially make it.
G-Lex woke back up. So the BMP still has a crew. He's going to try to repair the turret, I think, again, but Zapata now...
In grenade range, yep, he's starting to shoot at him.
So they're gonna
he's just gonna quickly get in, and they're gonna bugger off.
Yeah. And now it's up to Hamad, as I think the other guy from Blue 4, KIA.
Falcon is a medic. He's gonna try to get Bayant back up.
Well, I think Waldo's now shooting at Hamad, as he loads a 203.
Iander's coming, yeah, but he's not in a minute and a half.
But yeah, Red 4 really back and forth with Blue 4. I didn't know how this thing was going to end up until pretty much the very end. Now we have 80 seconds left. Ahmad's the last one left. He has to kill like 4 Red 4 and get to the terminal and start it within now 70 seconds. And that is not going to happen. I think I'm mostly surprised by Ravemaster and Greg like still alive at the end of this, because especially with the 117 and FNF in general, you generally see a abuse of assets where they overstep their boundaries.
And of course, Falcon getting in a firefight with Hamad here.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Falcon changing to his handgun. He's pursuing.
Ooh, that frag might hurt Falcon. Yes, it does.
It knocks him out.
Frag. Where's Waldo? Well, you should be more worried about where he's
20
from.
seconds.
Hamad ducks in the building, and it's going to be GG.
Garcia ran up. Hold up. 10 seconds. Can Garcia run up and touch it? No. He gets headshotted by Timek. 5, 4. Falcon wakes back up. And tries to kill Hamad. Misses. Quickly changing his mag. Another grenade goes off. Falcon, go for it.
How the fuck are they both alive?
They're like, yeah, it's done. Hug me.
Fucking amazing.
Ah, that was pretty good.
God. Exciting NA section tonight.
All right, I'm actually about to pass out, so I'm just going to raid you and move on. Happy birthday, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
Hope to see you tomorrow, man. Best of luck with Pay for Pain.
Likewise.
Well,
with your birthday, you know what I mean. All right, that is going to be it for me. We'll be back tomorrow. We got quite a few events, including Pay for Pain at 5 o'clock EST, and hope you guys catch me for that. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.